So very good evening to everybody. So today what the things we are going to do that we are going to learn something called active versus passive voice part 4. The first part I have already explained you, like I have given you the introduction. The second part also somewhat introduction, and the third part we are discussing about simple present, right? So how can you use simple present in most of our situation? And I've given you a lot of things also, like how you are going to use it. So it's more important that you have to use it appropriately so that we can use it, because it's not about only understanding the situation. It is some more that you have to speak in such a way that it is going to help you in a in a bigger way, in a bigger format, right? So what is more important today? We are going to take the part 4. Okay. So in the part 4, what we have discussed yesterday was something called simple present. Today I'm going to focus something more on simple past. What are the situation you can use? Okay. So whenever I say active versus passive, I say something called active versus passive. I have already informed you, my friends, whenever I say something called active versus passive, it is all about the situation, nothing else. It is all about the situation. What is the situation? Let me give you the situation here. It is something called active, means you focus on the subject. You focus on the subject. And something called passive, you focus on the action part. Or you can say this particular things, you don't want to identify the object, or sorry, subject. You don't want and perhaps this is the basic of our entire active to passive conversion. You might be thinking that we are going for active to passive conversion in every sentence, which is absolutely wrong, right? Suppose whenever you are trying to, let me tell you, most of people are going to, face the interview. They are going to face interview in near future, like Mukti Kansar. A lot of people are there. So let me tell you, whenever you are trying to highlight your personal things, never use passive. Whatever your personal things, like suppose you did some, you did graduation, or you did MTech, you did BTech. So you completed BTech. You can say, I have done BTech. I am an engineer, because it is something called some degree of you can say ownership should be there, talking. So what is something called active? You focus on the subject. Whenever I'll ask you, suppose Muktikan sir is sitting before me and I am taking his interview, I'll ask, can you tell me something about your qualification? So obviously, sir, I have done BTech, or I did the graduation in the year 2017, something like that. So here the focus is more on active. I mean, focus is more on subject. You're focusing more on the subject. So whenever you're focusing on the subject, there's no, no need of using in passive, right? We have certain restriction. Don't feel like, no, I eat a mango is eaten by me. I have already informed you, this particular sentence has no meaning at all. Then why should I going to differentiate between active and passive? Whatever what you have already learned in your school days, don't bring that concept here. It is something called the practical approach. It is something called you are going to use this language in different forum. You are trying to transform yourself. You are trying to get a promotion. You are trying to have a conversation with some international clients. You are trying to use this language for your benefit. You are trying to speak this skill. So whenever you are trying to do all these things, in a nutshell, you are not supposed to let me tell you a little bit in Oriya. आपन घरे छुरीटे अछि, why you are using that? Because you normally use that for in cutting vegetables or fruits. तो सेही समय आपन छुरीटे अछि बोली कोन सब काटिया पे दौड़िबे, so obviously that is not the function of that knife. तो knife रे कहा जहा काम सेती करी के आपन रखी दियन. You are not keeping the knife every time, or you are not trying to frighten anybody with that knife. Knife is a particular purpose, समस्तन सार घरे अछि, किंतु you are using for a particular purpose. Exactly, remember आपनकर गोटा ऑप्शन अछि एक्टिव रु पैसिव करिवा पई, but don't feel that you have to use it in every situation, which is absolutely not. आपन मते पचारिबे, sir, we have done it in a school days. Forget about the school days, that was only securing mark, nothing. But here you are trying to learn it as skill and you want to speak it before everybody, and that is going to help you in a long way, right? So whenever I say active means you focus on the why I'm trying to, you might be thinking like, why sir is giving a lot of emphasis to this particular things. That's the fundamental, that's the things you have to focus, otherwise it's quite difficult for you. So whenever you focus on the subject, try to use active. And whenever suppose your past achievement, all your past achievement, that means you can express in the active form. I did graduation, or I completed graduation in the year 2017, or you can say I have done BTech in year 2007, like that. Don't use inactive, don't use inactive, it's very important, my friends. So you have an option, but don't use it every time, that's very important. Whenever I say you have something called, but still some sound is coming, I don't know where the sound is. I request everybody to mute it, I request everybody to mute it, so that you will not get anything out of, you are not, I request everybody to mute it, so that you are not going to get any sound, because it is, we are recording the session, the recording is being recorded, the session is being recorded right now, you can check it out, right? So what I want to say, my friend, so active and passive, something called active is you when focus on the subject, and passive something you focus on the, okay. So let me, what are the situation you are not supposed to use passive and active? Remember, suppose, let me give an example here. I took a mango, so this is a past tense, right? So we are trying to focus on past tense, our focus is on how to use active to passive or passive to active in past tense or simple past, you can say simple past, right? So what you can understand from I took a mango, or I ate a mango, so this is the first sentence, right? And the second sentence I'm going to write for you, let me give an example here. Suppose the SI, or you can say like, no, don't give like this, you can say like Newton discovered the laws of motion. I have given you two examples here, right? So both are in, passive, sorry, both are in active form. I took a mango, here I is the subject, and here Newton discovered the laws of the motion. So obviously, if I'll ask you like what will be the situation where I can use active to passive, the first one will be obviously, I can say a mango was taken by me, you can say like this, okay? So just like opposite, I eat a mango or I take a mango is taken by me, that already we discussed it yesterday, right? So the first one, what is the passive form? A mango was taken by me. Let me give you the second things, the laws of motion. The laws of motions or laws of motions were discovered by Newton. So here, just check it on my friends. I took a mango was taken by me. This is the passive form. And here, let me give you another example here. The laws of motion were discovered by Newton. So right now, let's discuss what is the best way we can use. I'm not, these are the format, but I have not given you the situation where you can use it. My dear friends, whenever I say I took the mango, you have to take the ownership. I took the mango. Then what is the need of using in passive? What is the need? Why you are going to use it passive? A mango was eaten by me. There's no need of that, because here your focus is on subject. You say, I took the mango. I took that mango yesterday. I took your bike yesterday. So what is the need of your bike was taken by me yesterday? No. So whatever your personal declaration, remember, it's very important. Whatever your personal declaration, personal things, or you can say like your, you can say what is your professional achievement, always used active. Don't use passive. Suppose if I'll ask somebody, suppose Lina ma'am will tell, like, I have completed my doctorate in 2018. Can I say that my doctorate was completed by me in the year 2018? No. It is something called personal achievement. It is something called a professional achievement. Whenever you are trying to declare something personally or something called, officially, or your personal achievement, don't use passive. Though there is a form, ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଦେଇଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଘରେ ଛୁରୀ ଅଛି, ସେଟା ଗୋଟେ ପର୍ଟିକୁଲାର ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦିଷ୍ଟ କାମ ପାଇଁ ଆପଣ ରଖିଛନ୍ତି। ଛୁରୀଟା ରଖିଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ ଆପଣ 24 ଆୱାର ସେଟା ପକେଟରେ ପୁରେଇ ବୁଲୁନାହାନ୍ତି। ଇଟ୍ସ ନେଭର ହାପେନ୍ସ, କାରଣ ତାର କାମ ହଉଛି ଫଳ କାଟିବା ପାଇଁ ଆପଣ ରଖିଛନ୍ତି ବା ଏମିତି କିଛି ଗୁରୁତ୍ୱପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ କାମ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଘର ମାନେ କାମରେ ସେ ହେଲ୍ପ କରୁଛି। ତ ଏକ୍ସାକ୍ଟଲି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଗୋଟେ ଫର୍ମାଟ ଅଛି ଆକ୍ଟିଭ ରୁ ପାସିଭ, and ଆପଣ ମନ ଇଚ୍ଛା ୟୁଜ କରିବେ। Obviously that's the problem. So ଆପଣ ମତେ କହିବେ ସାର୍ ଆମେ କେମିତି ୟୁଜ କରୁଥିଲୁ ଇନିशिয়ালি, that were used in the school, ଆପଣ ତାକୁ ୟୁଜ କରୁଥିଲେ ସ୍କୁଲ ରେ because of the fact that you secure mark, ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ମାର୍କ ପାଇବାର ଥିଲା, otherwise you will not get any mark। ଆପଣ trigonometry ପଢିଥିଲେ, ମତେ କୋଉଠି ସାର୍ କୁହନ୍ତୁ, unless until you are teacher you are not using it your day to day life। ଆଉ spoken English ଟା what you are learning right now, it is going to help you in a long way। It's not something called the theoretical, it's practical। I'm giving you the practical knowledge where exactly you can use। ଆପଣ ମତେ କହିବେନି ସାର୍ ଆମେ ତ ଆଗରୁ ଏମିତି ୟୁଜ କରୁଥିଲୁ, like I took a mango, ଆପଣ କେତେବେଳେ କହିଛନ୍ତି I took a mango is taken by me, day to day life। Forget about your pen and paper, everything is possible। I take a mango is taken by me। I am eating a mango is being taken by me। We have been taught in this way। So I am not going that academic way, I am talking about the practical way where you have used like this। Whenever you want to declare, hey, I have took your bike, are you going to tell that jodi se ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ପଚାରେ ମୋ bike କିଏ ନେଇଛି, he has taken the bike, you are telling my friend has taken the bike, you are not telling your bike has been taken by somebody। No, you are not using that। So remember, two things I'm going to here, we are discussing something very interesting and very important discussion is happening right now। So you have any objection and anything you can give your view, I don't have any problems। So before that, let me complete the lecture। So what is the more important, like any kind of personal declaration you are going to do, that means I am eating, I was eating, I ate, all the things, this is something of personal, declare, you are going to declare that, it's a declare। I took a mango, who took that mango, I took that mango। And in passive you say that mango was taken by me, why you use passive there, what is the need of that? So remember, it's very important, I'm putting it here all the personal things, your personal or professional achievement, always use active। Why this is very important, my friends? I'm talking about the spoken English point of view। You cannot say that I always say that I did my BTech in the year 2007, then I went to here and I went there, and then I completed this one, I completed that one. Exactly. Some of you have completed your BD also. You are telling, sir, I completed my BD in the year 2018. Are you going to tell that that BD was being completed by me? Never. Because this is something called personal achievement and something personal things. I took your bike was taken by me. Where you are using that? For the sake of something, don't use that. Remember, whenever your personal and professional achievement, you are going to do that. But right now, so that's why a mango was eaten by me, though this is, grammatically correct, structurally also correct. I don't have any problems. Do you think this is grammatically wrong? No, I never say that it's grammatically wrong. What I say that don't use like this, because this is not used in your day-to-day life. Because what is spoken English? You have to use it appropriately. You have to express your thought fluently. So whenever sometimes you need to use passive, sometimes you use active, and all the formats I've given you already, that was in the active format. Right now we are trying to learn something about passive. Remember, I'm giving a lot of examples. Yesterday what I informed you, like that you have to use custom, use active. You can use passive. Something called scientific discovery, you can use passive. And something called official declaration, you can use passive. Right? Right now, let me give you something here. Your personal and professional achievement, don't use passive. You can say, I got my brother got an IS. An IS, I mean, department that, or you anything you call, was acquired by my brother. Have you ever seen like this sentence? No. ଆପଣ ମତେ କହିବେନି ଯେ ସାର୍ ଆମେ ଯଦି ଏଟାକୁ ଲେଖିବା, ଲେଖିବାଟା ଅଲଗା କଥା. Let me tell you, there is hell and heaven difference between spoken English and written communication. ଆପଣ ଯଦି ଏଟା ଲେଖିବେ, are you going, whenever you are going for a market or you are trying to speak something, ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଜଣେ question ପଚାରୁଛି, ଆପଣ ତାକୁ ଲେଖିକି ଦେଖଉଛନ୍ତି କି? You never do that. Suppose you are sitting before me, you are trying to highlight, I say, okay, please highlight what is the highest point of your career. Then you can say, sir, I've undertook a lot of projects in the previous company. I have done this Java, I have done these things, I have done that things, I have done that. You are trying to highlight, and every time you are trying to focus on yourself, right? You are trying to focus on yourself. Suppose you are a BTech guy, or you are an MCA guy, or you are an MBA guy. Suppose I'll ask you, okay, fine, you have been there 2 months or 3 years with a different company, Colgate. You are coming with Palmolive India. So right now, what's the personal achievement of what you got there? Or you can say, what is the professional achievement? Sir, during my tenure, I achieved this much of sales target. I have done like this. Upon empty kuhunti. Upon koiveni, a lot of sales targets were met by me. No. So remember, if you are using that, that is called unprofessional English. There are two English we basically spoken in the world. One is called professional English, that is that you are here to learn, and something called unprofessional English. Unprofessional English is never spoken. You can speak among your friends. Those are ignorant of English language. They don't know a lot about English language. But if they really know, they will definitely know. All the personal and professional achievement, always use active. Don't use it passive. This is the first one. And the second thing, that look at the second one. Newton discovered the law of motion. This is something called scientific. So it can be used. Laws of motion were discovered by, this is you can use. That's very much true. So already this point we have discussed something called scientific fact. This was a fact actually. Newton actually laws of motion bahar karthile. Apun janchen samaste. Because you might have studied in your school days, actually not in college. If you're not a science student, you might have studied in school days. And in the school days, this is correct. Newton discovered 3 laws. And all the scientific, I already informed you yesterday, all the, one sound is coming. Can I request everybody please mute it? Okay. If you want to ask any question, you can unmute and ask me right away, rather than put in a different, otherwise it's very difficult. It's not for me only. I'm recording for your good only. Okay. So what I going to tell you, my friends, that something called personal and professional achievement. Something called personal and professional achievement, use always active. Don't try to use it passive. If you say, sir, এটা ଲେଖିଲେ ଭୁଲ ହବ କି? ମୁଁ ଲେଖିବା କଥା sir କହୁନି, try to understand my point. କିଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ମାନଙ୍କ ମୁଣ୍ଡରେ ମଧ୍ୟ କିଛି question ଥିବ ଯେ sir eta mu jodi likhi like I took a mango was taken by me, eta bhul ଅଛି ki sentence wise? No, there's nothing called wrong in it, but in professional English ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ କହିବେ କାହା ସହିତ trying to interact, don't use. Yes, Jyoti ma'am, you can ask me, you have any question?
Sir,
Yeah,
I have a doubt that
yeah, please ask me.
while speaking, which will be more beneficial, that to use active or passive?
That's what I'm
In
telling.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday I have taken a class for you that we have started from the simple present. The simple present ray, I have already informed you the custom part you can express in passive. The scientific truth or scientific fact that can be expressed in passive, and official declaration. Our exam is started from tomorrow. It is Sunday today, that's why the schools are closed. The banks are closed today. It is a holiday today and banks are closed. This is called passive, that I already informed you. And coming to today, all your personal and whatever the achievement happened in the past, what is called achievement? Achievement is something you did in the past. Suppose I say, what is your achievement? Let me give you, a draw line for you. Let me give a draw line for you. So this is my line. And this is something called now. It out now. This is called past. And this is called my present. Sorry, this is called something called future, right? So this is something called future. So whenever I say achieved, you have achieved something means it happened in the past. If you ask me, sir, what is your personal achievement? Yes, I did like this, I do like that. That is your achievement. Achievement is so that past achieve achievement. Suppose I say, what is your achievement? Sir, in the previous company, I give a threefold growth. So I'm a forget about that. So whenever something happened in the past, that is called achievement. Or professional achievement. Sir, I am a gold medalist. Or I received the gold medal from the Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha. So upon a gold medal was received by me from the Chief Minister. All the personal or professional achievement, always use active. Always use active. Don't use passive. जदि पैसिव आपण लिखिबे देखंतु मु कहिछि पुणी आउथरे लिखिबा कहिबा भितरे डिफरेंस अछि. आपण जदि एंति कोडे कहिले जे ए मैंगो आई टुक ए मैंगो वाज टेकन बाय मी, तो आपण कहबे सर इज इट रॉन्ग? आई डिड नॉट से इट इज रॉन्ग. डिड आई से इट्स रॉन्ग? It is unprofessional the way you can speak. Written it's okay, but in spoken don't say like this, because that doesn't appear very natural to a native speaker. Mu apanu कहithili I make a mistake, correct? I do a mistake, no. Why? Collocation. Exactly the same way. This is the native speaker don't use all the this is something called a statement. Who took that mango? Suppose your mom has put a mango somewhere else, and you are you like mango very much. You took that mango and ate it yesterday. While searching that mango, your mother just took it. Oh, who took that mango? Mom, I took it. Are you telling that mango was taken by me? No. This is something called a declaration. You are declaring. You are trying to give a statement. So whenever you are trying to give a statement, always use active. It is right. Don't use this one. But right now, let me come to the second sentence. Newton discovered the laws of the motion. That is called a scientific fact. Yesterday, I vividly remember that I informed you, like you can use passive in the scientific fact. So this is something called laws of motion were discovered by Newton. Let me give you another example. Now this part is clear. Jyotir ma'am, it's clear to you or any doubt? Now you can put a thumbs up message. If it's clear to everybody or in a doubt, you can ask me. I don't have any problems to answer your question. Fine. Okay, fine, fine. Okay, right now, let me give you. So this is very important. Personal and personal achievement, always use active. And this is something called laws. And remember, whenever you're trying to, highlight about yourself in the past, don't use active. I already informed you. But let me tell you, suppose you want to hide somebody. Let me give you an example here. Suppose my friend broke the chair. So here You have highlighted your friend. Look at the sentence here. My friend broke the chair. But here you want to hide your friend. You can simply say like this, the chair was broken. Do you know what is the meaning of here? Whenever I say that the chair was broken, that means I don't know the person who has done it. I have seen that the chair was broken. I just came here and find the chair was broken. But who did that? I don't know. The chair was broken. And remember, in written communication, by clause is there. Kalidas wrote one book, and this book was written by Kalidas. This is a fact, actually. This is a fact, universally accepted. Whatever Kalidas has written, that's a fact. So fact you can express also in passive. It doesn't matter. But here, let me tell you, the chair was broken. By clause is never used with in passive in spoken English. Spoken. Try to highlight the word spoken. But in active, it's okay. That you can say in written communication, it's okay. You can highlight by. Suppose this is, the chair was broken by my friend. But I already informed you that you want to hide somebody. You don't want to identify the subject. Here, my friend broke the chair. Already my friend broke the chair. So it's quite difficult to highlight that. So you can say the chair was broken without identifying your friend. So remember, my friends, already informed you, but let me tell you once more. By clause, by somebody. Don't use it in passive or spoken English. If you are going to use, look, my friend has broke the chair, that you are trying to declare that, no, my friend has broken it. So why you are going to, the chair was broken by my friend? What is the need of that? What exactly message you want to give? Already inform you, active you focus on the subject. So upon already focus kardele. Like, the chair, my friend has broken the chair. That means you highlighted your friend. And the second sentence, upon the chair was broken by my friend. Again, you are trying to identify. Then what is the need of passive? Kahi active and there is a chance you make mistake. So always remember, my friends, don't use by or somebody, by my friend, by somebody, by me, or by that. You say, I ate that mango. Are you going to tell the mango was eaten by me? Why? What is the purpose? The very purpose of that is nullified. ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିଛି ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ, ଫଣ୍ଡାମେଣ୍ଟାଲ ଗୋଟେ, ଯେମିତି ଆମେ କହୁଛୁ ସତ୍ୟ ଗୋଟେ ମିଥ୍ୟା ଅନେକ, ଫଣ୍ଡାମେଣ୍ଟାଲ ଗୋଟେ ଆକ୍ଟିଭ ୟୁଜ କରିବେ ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ସବଜେକ୍ଟ ଟାକୁ ହାଇଲାଇଟ କରିବା, ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ସ ଅଲ୍। ସବଜେକ୍ଟ ଟାକୁ ହାଇଲାଇଟ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁନାହାନ୍ତି, ପ୍ୟାସିଭ ୟୁଜ କରନ୍ତି ଆଉ ବାଇ କ୍ଲଜ ଲଗାନ୍ତୁନି। Now this is pretty clear to everybody or you are confused? Tell me, because this is the gist. And this is the class I believe we are taking this is the fourth class on passive and active. Let me tell you, my friends, if the fundamental is clear, then you can speak English as it is. कहीं ना आपण जो माने आगु को जिबे रिसर्च पेपर करिवे, आपण गोटे फोरम रे इंग्लिश कहिबे, सेही समय रे आपण कोन करिछन जानछन्ती, बेसिकली आपण विषय कहिबे, का विषय कहिबे, तो सेही समय आपण चाहूछन ना से लोकटर ना नेबिनी, तो केमती कहिबे पैसिव, डोंट यूज बाय क्लॉज. So that's more important. We'll do a practice, don't worry. Give me only one more class, maybe on Monday we are going to take one more class. After that only practice, and I request everybody to come and join, and we'll do practice. Can practice ta apanଙ୍କର ହେଇନି ଏତେ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ, and the coming 2 months I'll be only teaching just 15 minutes, and the rest things will be practice. Otherwise you cannot improve your spoken English, right? So it's more important, my friends, like here the chair was broken. What exactly you understand? I don't want to highlight, my friends. And never use by somebody. Don't use it in passive, in as far as spoken English is concerned. Ame written communication use koru nahanti, please. पुणी आउ थे मुंडे से भूत पुरातुनी सर जदि बाय लगे कौन हम मुझे कहली ना से मार्क पाइबा लिखुले बट आपन कॉर्पोरेट रे काम करंतु आई डू हैव 15 year long experience in corporate field I never use buy or all the managers all the senior managers where I've worked they are very fluent you know BPO I work with a very good BPO called Sutherland Global Service in Kochi I worked for 3 more years there so what I can find out whenever I get a call from the clients from America or British or EMEA something like that all are in passive communication guys just come here this has to be done oh it was done already wow that's great that's it that's it so what is passive passive is something don't use or don't identify the subject that's all and here I have given you some examples personal and professional achievement always use active this is the first thing and the second thing I want to tell you if you want to take this is a declaration I took a mango that's so a mango is taken by me don't use that don't use it please it is a personal statement it's a statement your mother is asking who has taken that mango suppose you know my bike is not there I like say where is my bike oh Sam has taken your bike then kahi mu empty koibi je the your bike was taken by Sam kahi why what is the need of that एक तो श्याम को आमे आइडेंटिफाई करिया पे श्याम कहले धरन तो मो बाइक टा मु पाउनी मो कार टा मु पाउनी तो सेही समय रे परहैप्स मु जानिनी के नैची आई वाज बिजी आई एम सर्चिंग फॉर दैट सेही समय प्रदीप नाग सर आसीबे सर आपन को बाइक से श्याम बाबू नै छन तो से हाइलाइट करले मते माने श्याम बाबू को मो आगे हाइलाइट करले देन यूज एक्टिव व्हाट इज द नीड ऑफ पैसिव व्हाट इज द नीड ऑफ पैसिव योर बाइक वाज टेकन बाय श्याम व्हाई व्हाट इज द नीड the very necessity of active is that you focus on the subject आपण focus मोर सेहितला के नै छी मो पचाउची your bike is taken by sir no it's wrong sir आपण कहबे सर मु तो एटा ग्रामेटिकली करेक्ट होउची forget about grammar focus on real things से grammar focus करी से written communication focus करी today you are lost somewhere else and that's why you are not able to speak English at the right time right platform I perhaps you got the right kind of person who can motivate you can guide you to speak the English the way it is there आपन को माने you have to tell it in the correct way जोटा कि you can speak all over the world and this is how English spoken all over the world not like buy something मु कहि छी आपन घरे छुरी अछि त माने छुरीटा कोन एक्टिव टू पैसिव पूरा फॉर्मूला तो सेटा अछि बोली आपन मन इच्छा काटिबे इट्स नॉट द राइट वे you have to use in the particular situation and this is the situation active to passive these are the situation now this is clear to everybody clear can I go to the next one okay fine great so right now let me elaborate little bit about simple past let me little bit elaboration will happen okay so what are the next things I want to do for you let me give you another example okay two army personnel killed 5 terrorists look this is a situation here 2 army personnel killed 5 security personnel but normally this is not found in national or international media or if you have scroll it out in any of the like national or international newspaper or you can televisions they say like 5 terrorists were killed yesterday. The question is why? Here, 2 army personnels. Whenever I say 2 army personnels, obviously the focus is on sub-active. But we don't want to identify the army personnel. So normally, upon the news re 5 terrorists were killed in Baramulla district of Jammu and Kashmir. Why? It's because of the fact that if I am going to identify 2 army personnel, they will be completely identified and it is a problem. it is a problem for everybody. So that's why, you know, they will be highlighted, and once they'll be on the prime target of the terrorist once more. So that's why all the security personnel things, you know, BrahMos was test fired, किंतु ब्रह्मोस को मन इच्छा ହେଇଗଲା ତାକୁ ଜଣେ ସାଇंटिस्ट କରିଥିବ କିନ୍ତୁ ସାଇंटिस्ट ର ନା ଏକ୍ସପ୍ରେସ କରା ଯାଏ. You know why? He will be honey trapped by Chinese people or Pakistan people. So that's why, considering the sensitivity of the issue, here the government or all the newspaper, अपन जो newspaper देखिए, 5 terrorists were killed, BrahMos was test fired, you know, like 2 terrorists were gone down, 5 you know, like, you know, criminal were arrested, like that. 5 criminal were arrested. Why it is 5 criminals? अच्छा, criminal को arrest किए करिवो obviously police, से police रो काई ना दिया जाएनी, because जदि से हाईलाइट हैला धरंतु एसआई दिस और डीएसपी दिस से अरेस्ट करछंदी, ताले से एसआई बा तांकर नाटा हाईलाइट हैला, and it's a problem. काहे कि ना से तांकर जो गैंग रो मुख्य टारगेट ये हम लोगों को धरिछंदी. So that's why you don't want to identify the subject. Upon it a subject identify करंतनी. It is more on the action part. So that's why you say 5 criminals were arrested yesterday. So what you can understand from active passive, the situation is very clear. Personal highlight, professional highlight जिनसे करिवे active रे यूज करिवे. जदि किसी साइंटिफिक फैक्ट अछि ताको आपण पैसिव रे यूज करि पारिवे, एक्टिव रे यूज करिवे, पैसिव रे यूज करि पारिवे. Second thing is that all your personal declaration, what you did actually, don't use in the passive form, use in the active form. And one more, there are certain situations you can easily find it out, like, you know, you can say the road was closed. आपण जानछंती, आपण कहबे that day how we will go यार, no actually no, that road was closed. काहे की the road was closed, आपण काहे कोनती? Why? Because you don't want to identify the person, or you don't know the name of the subject, or so it's more important, either you don't know the person who has done it, or you can say you don't want to identify the person. जदि आपण से रास्ता रे जिबे, oh my god, yesterday the road was closed there, आपण कहबेन जे like the police has closed the door. Nobody is telling like this. So remember, what is more important, whenever it is required, you can focus on the action part. Don't want to identify or you don't know the name of the subject, you can easily use this one, and this is called passive to active. Passive active रे हमें conversion करू नाहंती. Try to understand. आपण आगुरु कोन थिला, this is called passive, this is called active. Do the conversion and go for the reverse. We are not here to learn grammar, my friends. We are not something called theoretical. It is practical. What is the situation? This is the situation, I can use active. This is the situation, I can use passive. And this is all about active and passive part 4 for you. Now, are you getting my point, everybody? Are you getting my point, everybody? Can you put a thumbs up? Now, this part is clear. Everybody? Muktikant sir, Jyotim ma'am, Ramakant sir, Gobind sir. Okay, great. Arvind sir, are you getting my point? Arvind sir?
Sir.
Okay. So it is quite important. Let me tell you, my friends. Let me tell you. If you want me to take another 5 class, I don't have any problem. But try to understand the situation. It's my request. Don't use it. आपन पाखरे गोटे जिंस अछि आपन मन इच्छा यूज करंतनी. That is not professional English. Something called, this is not professional English. आपन कोठी यूज करंतनी सुडा को. आपन लाइफ रे जहा यूज करंती ताक यूज को बेस करी का हमें सेटा को यूज करिबा. आपन पाखरे गोटे जिंस अछि, then you can use it everywhere. Don't use it. That's why this is all about simple past. Right now this is clear, means I am going to that, you know, present progressive and past progressive. Present progressive. Let's learn something about present progressive. It's enjoyable. Are you enjoying, guys? Or it's boring? I don't know. Like, are you enjoying really? Or it's boring for you?
Yes, sir, enjoying.
Okay, great. Everybody, I don't know.
Yes,
Like,
sir, yes.
but let me tell you,
Yes, sir.
एटाको
Yes.
practice कला परे आपन को बहुत मजा लागियो. For the time being, I don't know whether enjoying not. कहीं कि ना गोटे different format रे आपन थिले. I am trying to मु आपन को पूरा भिडी की नहीं के उससे से format रो. Sometimes it's not enjoyable, but let me tell you, once you use it appropriately and day-to-day life, it is going to be a complete. You are going to be a 360 changes in your career, my friends. Remember, it's going to happen. So let's learn something called present progressive. So let me give you two examples, right? Let me give you two examples. I am taking breakfast. This is something called present progressive that you know, right? Let me give you the second example. Right? Again, I have given you two situations here. I am taking breakfast. Suppose Muasis is my friend. Muasis ko phone ko. Asis, where are you, friend? Sir, good morning. Like is it possible? Can I speak a little bit? Sir, I'm taking breakfast. Right? I'm taking breakfast. The second thing is that so my staffs are repairing my your mobile phone. Suppose mu gote hochi mechanic. मोर गोटे छोटे सॉफ्ट अच्छी एंड लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर वर्किंग फॉर मी तो मु एठी अछि आपण मुक्तिकांत सर गोटे फोन टे मते आनि देले सर डिस्प्ले प्रॉब्लम थिला आपण टी करेक्शन कर फाइन तो मुक्तिकांत सर घंटे बाहर बुली के आसिले तो मु जेतले तांको कहूची ओडिया कथा कोन फॉरगेट अबाउट इंग्लिश मु कोन कहूची हमें कहूची रिपेयर चली छी ना रिपेयर चली छी सर टिके वेट करन त माने सेटा को सेंटेंस रे कहला पैसिव रे से कहले मो स्टाफ करूची बोली से कहू नांती कि आमे करूचु कहू नांती से कहन हां आगे रिपेयर चली छी आपण टिके बसंतु आउ घंटे बुली के आसंतु हे जाइथियो रिपेयर चली द वर्क इज इन प्रोग्रेस और the repairing is being done, so it is more important. So here remember again I am taking breakfast is being taken by me. Why? Let me give you the format केमती आपण यूज करिवे like active or passive in a passive format हम कहि दोछि आपण को so that you can easily something called object plus is or are plus being plus verb VP, right? So object, what is the object here? I am taking breakfast. So breakfast is always singular, not breakfast. It's singular. So singular you can use is. If it is plural you can use are. That you know very well. Okay. So if I say I am taking breakfast, what I can say? Breakfast is being took, taken. Take, took, taken. Right? So the breakfast is being taken by me. आपण एमती केबे कहउछंती मु आपण को आशीष सर को फोन कली आशीष कोन करूछो बे सर मु टिके नाश्ता नउची जलखिया खाउची आपण जेमती आपण को जो लैंग्वेज आपण बेस्ड ऑन योर रीजनालिटी और आपण जो एरिया रहउछंती केमती कोंती आपण कोन से बढिया आपण कोंती मो द्वारा जलखिया खिया जाउची आपण टिके वेट करंतु नेवर अनप्रोफेशनल. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग सबु जिंसरु आपण एक्टिव पैसिव करि देबे किंतु एक्चुअली व्हाट इज द जिस्ट अपना सिचुएशन कौन. So whenever it is a statement, I am taking breakfast, that means it is a kind of information you are trying to send it to me. So whenever you are trying to give an information, जेमती आपन को सिंपल प्रेजेंट रे कहितली सॉरी सिंपल प्रेजेंट रे पास्ट रे भी कहितली and also I am going to give present progressive रे whenever it is something called a statement, it is a personal information you are trying to send, don't use passive. खाली अच्छी बोली व्यवहार कर देला हबनी. Don't use passive, always use active. You can say I am taking breakfast, that's all. Breakfast is being taken by me. No, don't use it. But here my staffs are repairing your mobile, you can use because you don't want to identify the subject. किए करूची आज्ञा मोर गोटे स्टाफ मुन्ना सी आपन मोबाइल करूची केमती आइडेंटिफाई करे सर आपन काम चली. So if you are, this is very much you are not supposed to do, this is something called active to passive. Don't do it. आपन करी पारिबे आपन कहे सर मु करी पारिबे अगेन मु से एग्जांपल देइथिली आपन को छुरी अछि माने कोन काटिबे समस्त जाई. It is only used for particular purpose. So purpose पे आपन छुरीटा रखुचंती. You are not keeping that particular things or you have kept that for terrorizing anything. आपन भी 24 hour बुलंतिनी, that is perhaps is placed in a particular place, maybe in your kitchen. Kitchen रे से गोटा जिंस थाए. You are not putting it everywhere or you are not putting here and going in the market. I have a knife with me. No, particular things आपन सेटा सेही जगह थिबो. आपन घरे मते कुराडी अछि आक्स तो आपन को दौड़ी की मारंती समस्त से. नो, that is for a particular purpose. Exactly. Active रो passive करी हबो. Everything you can do active to passive because you got the formula. किंतु कोठे यूज करिवे as per the situation, and the situation is that this is a situation, this is a personal statement. You are giving an information. Whenever you are trying to give a personal information, I'm eating, I'm having something, I'm writing something, I'm writing, don't use active to passive. Don't use. Always use active. But here you have the chance because you don't want to hide, you want to hide, you don't want to mention, the name of the staff who is doing the repair. So you can say, I can put it here. Okay, I can say like this: the mobile phone or set is being repaired. Over. The mobile phone is being repaired, please wait. तमाने ताकू ओडिया रे जदि हम कहबा से फोन टा बर्तमान चाली छि किए करूछि से कहूनी. सपोज मो स्टाफ माने को आलोक बोली गोटे अछि, मुन्ना बोली गोटे पिलाट अछि बाबंतु. तो मुन्ना आगे आपन को मोर गोटे स्टाफ मुन्ना से आगे मोबाइल टा रिपेयर करते आपन सिंती कोनती कोटे सर रिपेयर के 5 मिनिट आउ टाइम दियंतु. Just allow me 5 minutes, it is being repaired. Right? Let me give you the second examples. Let me give you the second examples here. Okay, it's quite interesting, my friends. The SI is investigating the case. Here, normally in the police department, whenever it's a very sensitive issue, remember, they don't want to identify the SI. कहीं ना जदि गोटे केस टा बहुत जटिल होइथिबो तो नाटा जदि आईओ रो नाम प्रकाश करा जाय, so there is a chance they can bribe him. So that's why how the जदि आपण DGP थांती बा somebody, how they, let me give you the exact statement. The case is being investigated or under investigation. The case is being investigated. We are awaiting the report. Right? So this is how the police department always send out the message to the journalist. The awaiting journalist, sir, what happens? What happens? Okay, the case is being investigated thoroughly. We are awaiting the report. I think we will get it very soon. That's because here the case is, this is the object and this is one case. If there are 5 cases, R is being investigated. This is being plus B3 because here the police department don't want to identify the SI. जदि SI कथा पड़िबो को माने SI अछंती किए करू ता पागु मीडिया वाला चलिबे तो से भी इन्फ्लुएंस हे जिवो. तो सेति पई इन्फ्लुएंस न करिया पई certain things are kept. Focus in the action part. Don't want to identify the subject. Here they don't want to identify. BrahMos was test fired yesterday. हमर गोटे मिसाइल अछि ब्रह्मोस टेस्ट फायर सर चांदीपुर रु काली टेस्ट फायर करा गला तो से तो लिखि थांते द साइंटिस्ट नेम लेट इट बी आशीष कुमार टेस्ट फायर इट नो ब्रह्मोस वाज टेस्ट फायर काहे कि ना जे करी छी से साइंटिस्ट नाटा को लुकायित अवस्था रखा जाए काहे ना जदी जानिबे एते पावरफुल लोक इंडिया रे अछि जे कोटे ब्रह्मोस टेस्ट फायर करी पारुची बाता बारे अवेलेबल नॉलेज अछि ऑब्वियसली आईएसआई अछि आर्मी वाला माने हमर देश रे भी शत्रु अछंती हमर वी हैव द चाइना से कोन करिवे ताको हनी ट्रैप करिवे सो दैट्स व्हाई फॉर द सेक ऑफ सिक्योरिटी ऑफ आवर कंट्री दे डोंट वांट टू आइडेंटिफाई द सब्जेक्ट दैट्स व्हाई इट इज रिटन लाइक दिस राइट सो यू कैन से दैट दिस इज ऑल अबाउट the present progressive आपन किछ बुझियला डू यू अंडरस्टैंड माय पॉइंट एवरीबॉडी नाउ इट इज clear to everybody or any doubt okay everybody
Yes, sir.
clear
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.